If you feel like you're the glue holding everything together, client delivery, team decision, inboxes, marketing plans, and you're wondering why growth feels so hard, I want you to know you're not alone. But I also need you to get really, really honest. If you're still wearing all the hats, you don't have a business. You have a job, and you're the one overworking you. That stops today. This episode is about getting you out of the weeds, not just conceptually, but practically. Because when you're buried in the doing, you actually miss the leading. I'm Surbey, business coach, strategist, and founder of the Scalable CEO Academy. I work with service-based business owners ready to systemize, scale, and lead without running themselves into the ground. And today, I'm going to guide you through why hustle doesn't scale and what actually does. We're going to talk about 3 different shifts that help you get your time, profit, and leadership back. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my own personal story from my overworked operator days. And I'm going to introduce you to a step-by-step challenge that allows you to step into the CEO role this week. So let's start here. If you don't carve out time to work on your business, you're always going to be stuck in it. I want you to picture this. It's Monday. You walk into the office, you sit down with a coffee, and you're ready to crush your week. And before you know it, it's Friday. You've answered 113 emails, you've handled 6 quick team requests, and you've put out 3 client fires. And that big project, the one that could actually move the needle, sits on the corner of your desk and is still untouched. Why? Because without dedicated CEO time, the urgent always wins over the important. Let's call it what it is. It's calendar chaos. You might be working a 10-hour day, but how many of those hours are actually strategic? So let's look at a couple of things that we can do. I'd like you to consider blocking time like it matters, because it does. Set your CEO hours first before your calendar gets filled up with everyone else's priorities. Set the rules. No Slack, no email, no interruptions. And let's use it strategically. The time we block, let's use it for vision planning, for system audits, for financial reviews, or a hiring strategy. It's not an opportunity to zero your inbox or catch up on some admin work. One of my clients started with just one 90-minute CEO block a week. In 60 days, she used that time to set up a new onboarding workflow, to build a pricing calendar, and to hire her first part-time project coordinator. And guess what happened next? Her stress dropped by half, and her revenue, well, it jumped by 28%. So here's a question. If you had 5 hours next week to work on only growth strategy, what would you finally tackle? Good question. If you're still doing a $25 an hour task, don't be surprised when your business keeps feeling like a $25 an hour job. I know it's tempting to just do the thing, but when you say it's a $25 an hour task, you're saying no to a $250 an hour CEO project. Let's break it down like this. Are you still handling your own schedule or proposals? Are you still, here's a good one, fixing website glitches? Or how about posting manually on social media? Let's be honest. You are a little addicted to being needed. The I'll just handle it reflex can be really sneaky, but over time, it keeps you in the weeds and it negates any empowerment that you've tried to give your team. So there's a 3-part solution that I'd like you to consider. Batch like a CEO. Group similar tasks so that you're not content switching all day long. Answer emails once. Prep content once. Let's look at systemizing before you delegate. Document the how, the way your team or even a VA can execute your way without your brain. And get support, not a clone. Your team doesn't need to be your double, but they need clear outcomes, tools, and most of all, some trust. I remember back early in my business, I resisted delegation like it was the plague. And then I tracked my week and I realized I spent 4 hours on Canva and 5.5 hours on the back end of my website. That was the last straw. So now I send a Loom video, a folder of assets, and my VA handles the rest. Here's a question for you. What one task do you keep doing out of habit, even though it no longer needs to be yours? Let's reframe this for you. You're not being helpful. You're hoarding tasks, and you're blocking your business from scaling. Let's clear this up. Busy does not equal productive, and productive does not equal profitable. For those in the cheap seats, busy does not equal productive, and productive does not equal profitable. Most business owners spend 80% of their time maintaining the machine, not growing it. That's not leadership. That's babysitting. What traps are you getting dragged into? You're optimizing low-impact tasks like content flow or perfecting the logo. You're over-investing in free value while under-investing in conversions. And you're saying yes to opportunities that eat time and don't generate leads or revenue. What do you do about it? Well, let's figure out the ROI on your time. So let's start to track it, tag it, and ruthlessly evaluate it. Let's build your profit plan. Where does your revenue actually come from? And let's build a strategy to maximize those activities. And prioritize scalable wins. Templates, systems, evergreen offers, signature services. Stop reinventing everything. I had one client realize she was pouring hours into her low-ticket offers while neglecting her premium program. We redesigned her week, and we managed to get 2 CEO hours for sales strategy, 1 content repurposing session, and 1 team sync that was focused on conversion tasks. So within 30 days, we got $18,000 in new sales without more hours. So what will actually drive sustainable income next quarter for your business? When I ran my construction company, I wore every hat. Client calls, team decision, the late night bookkeeping. I remember those nights, 11:30, 12:30 in the morning. Still got to get up the next morning, make the kids lunches, get them to school, start my day. And it all worked until it didn't. I was the doer. I was the fixer. I was the I'll take care of it CEO. But one day I missed a milestone at home, and I realized I wasn't just sacrificing time. I'm sacrificing legacy. So I did something absolutely terrifying. I trained my team. I handed over decisions. I built systems. And slowly I stepped back. That year, we made more revenue with fewer hours. And I didn't lose my mind in the process. If you're stuck in that I have to do it all loop, this is your wake-up call. You don't need to do more. You need to lead differently. And you're not falling behind, but you are ready for the next level. I'd like to challenge you this week. I'd like you to choose just one of the 3 shifts we talked about. We talked about protecting CEO time, delegating something draining, and doubling down on your profit drivers. I'd like you to snap a photo of your shift in action and share your aha moment either on Instagram at Carol Surbey Consulting, or head over to the Scalable CEO Academy and share it in our community there. And if you're ready to go from stuck operator to scalable CEO, join us inside the Scalable CEO Academy. Let's make this shift. I know you're ready.